Hello, and welcome to Life with Francy podcast, a place where you will find all kinds of conversation like mental health, self-love, self-care, trauma, hobbies, and more. With this podcast, I want to create a community where we support one another in business and personal life. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Now, let's get the show started. On today's episode is July review. And July was a little bit better on the emotional side. So woo woo, thank God for that. And then, but the business side, this businesswoman thing is not easy. Amazon KDP shut down the account again. So I'm done with them. I'm gonna try to get it up. Because Amazon KDP is like the easiest one and the one that I have to like do the less things and easier to promote. But they're a pain in the butt. So now I'm checking out Lulu's and I'm excited because they offer Spiral, what I have mentioned before, calendars, planners. I want to do workbooks and things like that. So I'm excited that I will have everything that I want to offer through Lulu. And then I'm trying to make money so I can then have Printify products. But having products is not easy if you want to do print on demand. Whatever they tell you on YouTube is a lie. I have learned a lot from YouTube though, but it just goes a lot of work, and I'm so excited and so grateful to have my virtual assistant to help me out with all of this because I don't have to worry about any of that. The behind the scenes, she helps me out. So I send her some videos and she learns on her own. And we're gonna get it together to publish on Lulu because I can't do the PDF upload, which you can find my journal as a PDF on lifewithfrancy.com/shop. As of right now, that's the only thing I have to offer. I was so excited. I had the notebooks of available. Look, they were so cute. Which I had an ad for the interviews in August and September. I hope that by the time the interviews are published that I will have the notebooks published again. But they were adorable. They break my heart and my journal. Some people I got in my journal. The setup is the three things that are important to me. Something that I'm grateful for, something that I am proud of, something that I dream of, and something that I pray of. Something simple but effective. So, but I'm excited because I'm gonna have Spyro notebooks, and I love Spyro. Right now, I have my notes for this episode and I use Erin Condren. This one is Be Strong and Courageous. Is cute. I love it. Joshua 1-9. I love it. I love Erin Condren. Let me see. So I'm working on that. So hopefully I will have it all soon. Um, oh yeah, on one of my the last solo episode, I had put that I will give away one of the notebooks or the journal, and I'm glad that the person reached out and he wanted these notebooks, so I'm gonna send it out to a podcast listener. I'm so excited. It's amazing. I forgot I had to put the screenshot of the message that he sent. Um, he said, fantastic. Looking forward to it, to replying to another message. I did listen to your mid-year review and not sure if you already gave the free notebook, but I would like the slotty to one. But in any case, I am thankful for your openness and the way you're serving your listeners. You're really going hard after it right now, and it's inspiring to me." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting such a nice message. I was just expecting of, hey, I would like one of your notebooks." So I'm working hard. I'm going to do my best to have some available as soon as possible. Stay tuned on social media. I want to do another reminder that I do have a free community, Life with Francy on Facebook. And there I stay in touch, with the people supporting me the most right now. It's mostly female, and I like it like that because I talk about personal things, and I just like my community private. And but I do have later on the episode, I will talk again about my Patreon community. I'm gonna start to bring it back now that the journals are on hold. But that's so I have the notes so I can stay in track. Right now work is freaking crazy. So I'm working 10 to 12 hours. I am exhausted. It's midnight when I record this episode, and I have no idea when I will be able to publish it because I have to go to work. So I have to get up early. So I don't know, it's gonna be in between like 8 or 9 a.m. instead of 5 a.m., where I have the episodes that have been pre-recorded. I am on point. 5 a.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. Solo episodes, Jesus take the wheel. Because those are all me. Family side is great. I would love to talk more, but since the kids are involved, I just gotta respect privacy, and I just don't want to talk too much, because even though it's not like that, that they will be listening or anybody that they know, but still, it might like go big, and I really don't want to talk so much in public about what's going on behind the scenes of my relationship. But it's stressful season, a lot of changes, but it's amazing. A lot of people will be like crazy about the chaos, but for me, it's just I love it. I have been alone for so long, and in Puerto Rico, where I'm originally from, I grew up with 24 cousins. So having 4 kids in the house, but 5 kids in general between the blended families, um it's like nothing. It's just a lot of talking, a lot of different personalities, and I'm enjoying it, just to learn how I have to change me, to deal with each kid because each kid is different, and then having to deal with the background of 3 adults figuring this out. But it's fun. I don't recommend it for everybody. But it's fun for me. Anyways, for the podcast in July, I skipped 1 or 2 solo episodes, so I was still trying to get back into business. It's summertime, so I really didn't want to be in work mode for June, and I really did pretty good on July. I was gonna start doing podcast episodes. I already recorded 9, but I wanted to record more, but I actually had to go to work, so you know, I had to make that money. um, let's see. Oh yeah, one of the podcast guest episodes I'm gonna try, since it's the July review. I forget, sometimes I do, to say, the past guests that I had. So for July I had Carly Pepin. She was a mindset master expert who helps individual unlock their full potential and elevate their lives to new heights. As always, I love it. I really do. I love different personalities, and I just love people sharing their mission and passion. Another one was Rona Lewis, a champion of the inner child and a play instigator. She is a leading expert in purposeful and attuned play and improving engagement and motivation in the workplace. I love that because she brought, that's me. I love to bring a childlike energy, and she was doing it in the workplace. And it's so funny because she wanted to like try it for my job, and I was like, girl, we're doing our thing. I appreciate what you're doing, for other environments. We're doing the best surviving as we doing we do got a great energy compared to other corporations or other parts of the corporation. I'll say my office is pretty amazing. um I was late for my June review, so I did it in mid-month. I just love doing the uh monthly review because it's like journaling for me, and then I can go back and listen to it and just, see how far I have come, and people can come in the journey with me as well. Jerry Fu, who is a credent credential, I don't know what I wrote there, but I can't even read my own writing. Credential. I'm gonna leave that one alone. But he pretty much is certified on like conflict resolution coach, diversity and inclusion speaker, culture and creator. So he focused more within the Asian community, but his mission and passion, it was relatable to other people. So I love having that conversation with him. Amy Buchan, a seasoned founder, CEO, entrepreneur, and speaker. As the co founder of Last Night Game, Amy has revolutionized sports education through accessible emails and podcast content. Her platform empowers readers to engage in sports conversation regardless of their background and knowledge. I really loved her energy when it came to sports. I wish I could be like that. So for her, it was more of like, oh man, my family could relate on her energy, but I don't understand sports. I will watch it, and if you have food and snacks, I'm there. I can stay all day watching sports. And then I did the mid-year review uh for my goals. I like doing that once again, just like a journaling thing. And then I can go back, and it's to hold myself accountable more than anything. Because if I put it out there, it's like, okay, that's what I'm working on. I have to stay focused and get it accomplished. And then last but not least, Tyler Foley, a confident and proactive SE professional who leads by example with a deep understanding of health, self safety, and environment management. Tyler excels in compiling and analyzing information, providing valuable guidance to organizations. And I am so glad that my podcast is not scripted because it's a short difference. Uh, I am a slow reader. But yeah, I just like to mention the podcast guests that I had before, just as a small shout out and appreciation of their conversation. I love bringing amazing people to talk about gifts and their missions, their struggles, their passion. I just want to know how they're surviving this thing called life. That's it. It's for my own benefits. We're gonna change the way that we do the titles so that we give you more information so you can tell by the title of the episode, if it's going to be something that you want to listen to, or if you want to skip those. I know that I have hard conversations and they're not comfortable for everybody, so I want to be more open on the title so you're like, oh, yeah, this is it. This is my kind of episode. Or be like, nah, maybe I wait till Wednesday, or depending on the day that you listen, to the next episode. I do have over 150 episodes to choose from. I have gone crazy since I hit record. uh, I am trying to narrow down on the kind of guests that I bring, but I just love talking to a lot of people and I just love knowing about them. Um, and I have met so many amazing people through podcasting, like Heidy de la Cruz. I mean, I'm about to shout out some people because I have stayed in touch with them, and it's because of the podcast. Heidy de la Cruz, who is the host of the American Dream in the Eyes of Immigrants podcast. She has a book out about poems. She got journals too. She has a blog. I just love watching her journey. Chiquita Johnson, the host of the Chronicles of a Virgo. We still keep in touch. She loves talking about mental health and trauma, and I just love seeing her journey and staying in contact with her. We started the podcasting journey about the same time. Um, they have more of a community base and less podcast episodes. But me, I'm just trying to get my name out there. So when I'm ready to have products out, it's a way that you can support me if you can relate to the journals or the notebooks or planners or whatever I have planned for the future. Oh man, Jennifer Henczel, I have learned so much from her. I am so grateful for her and her community. I have become more of a leader in the thing community because of her community. So I am, I just love bringing uh, people and staying in contact with them. I also love bringing in the male perspective. So, for mental health as well as business. And Kevin Palmeri, the host of the Next Level University, has been awesome. And I love his content. His podcast, he has a co host, but they go 7 days a week. Like, what? They do a podcast episode every day, and people call me crazy for having 2 episodes a week. It's just crazy. I love that fire. I love their mission, and I just love staying in contact with him. The conversation with Stephan and Neff in addiction is one that I will cherish for the rest of my life. It's a conversation that I wish that I had with my two uncles who passed away because of alcohol addiction. So having that conversation with him and seeing what's possible for other people, that's what's my podcast about, giving you hope, tools and resources, and no matter what your journey is. So I wouldn't have met any of these people if it wasn't for the podcast. So, and many others, but I don't want to be here all night going through the amazing conversations that I have had in the podcast. As I mentioned, I have had over 150 episodes. So I have had a lot of conversations on Podmatch alone. I have interviewed 45 people from that community. Freaking love it. So for the next episode, so you know what it's going to be about, is unshackling from narcissistic trauma, empowering your best life with guest Dr. Pravina Rajendra. It was a short and good conversation. I love that too. Most of my interviews are 30 minutes or less. So it's like, hey, what's your mission? What's life with you? What do you want the listeners to know about you? And if you have something to promote, promote the heck out of it. That's what we're here for, to support one another. I already recorded 9 interviews, so covering till mid-September as of right now. I have another 20 interviews scheduled, but like I said, with working 10 to 12 hours, 6 days for this past week and this coming week, my podcast is gonna be have limited time. I want to have the podcast covered till mid-February before I stop taking interviews. So let's do this. I got this. I gotta do about 40 to 50 interviews to have it covered past the New Year's. I am excited to doing interviews again and meeting new people, reaching out and being another podcast. You can reach out to me at lifewfrancy@gmail.com if you would like to for me to be on your podcast, or you want to come on this podcast. And then Woman in Podcasting community is a good one to find guests as well, to be on other people's podcasts. And if you're already a member of Podmatch, reach out to me on Podmatch. I freaking love that community. uh so since the journals and notebooks are on hold, I will be bringing more content for my Patreon. I had taken a break just because I was doing too much, between messaging the virtual assistant, trying to get everything together. I had 7 notebooks out, like those that are the sloth ones, because I freaking love sloth, but I had some butterflies notebooks too offer. So I'm like, so frustrated that I have to wait. So other ways that you can support me is the Patreon. So I'm gonna try to bring more content that is for Patreon. I do want to reminder, that I do have a free community, Life with Francy, on Facebook. But for my Patreons, then I will have 2 chats. One that is for all Patreon, and then one that is for just for the platinum members, because it's uh silver, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So you can, and depends on the tier, you have different benefits. Um, then, like I said, I have, free YouTube channel, free podcast, free Facebook group, social media. So this is only if you would like to support me and the stuff that I have going on behind the scenes. And my time, this is a way that you can support other people on podcasting, because this is it. All the money that I have invested is, to have the website and things like that. So I would love to have pre-business pretty much. So that's how I was trying to bring notebooks and things like that. So, but since that's on hold right now, I'm gonna try to bring more content for the Patreon. But some examples of the benefits of being in the Patreon community is like social media shout outs, the private chats, as I mentioned earlier, one-on-one sessions. I have been noticing between all of my friends and the people that acquaintances and things like that, the thing that I can relate the most and I love being an accountable partner is in your journey with anxiety, like creating your own roadmap to deal with anxiety. And then, give me a minute. And creating a roadmap to how to deal with anxiety. Like, I have to bring it back of the survival kit, especially because I have an episode right at the beginning of the podcasting journey of survival kit for anxiety. Well, it comes out that my survival kit for anxiety is not the same one that I have for depression, or now this week codependency is knocking on my door, and we have had some struggle with codependency the past week and this week, but everything is good. I recognize it. I am embracing everything and creating a new survival kit for codependency because each emotion is different. But the one that I feel comfortable in being an accountable partner is anxiety. So I've been staying back because I just want to make sure that I'm okay and that I can be good to help you on your journey. So if you would like an accountable partner, um, let's talk about it. Um, I am comfortable about talking about any type of mental health issues, but I probably will get you tools and resources or connections to help you out in other ways, not to be a one-on-one with you, if that makes any sense. Um, I want to create something for journaling too, but I need more free time. That's why I work so hard in building that income through the post office to support my dreams. And I'm not comfortable like asking people for money. So that's why I create the membership, because it's very clear and it's like a contract, that you will know what you're getting and what I'm offering, and it's a price that I am comfortable with. And then I try to bring more of a physical products, because that way it's like, okay, if you connect to journals, then of course, like, you're going to be attracted to my journals. If you love having notebooks, I mean, come on, how is that not adorable? I mean, I am using one for us, a gratitude journal. It's the Slothy After Ever After, and I just love it. So I'm trying, I am looking for freedom. I am looking for freedom of time. That's what I meant. Freedom of time. I mean, freedom of finances will be amazing too. But that's like my main goal. So I don't have to work 10 and 12 hours at my job. I would love to be able to work 8 hours, but because of my lifestyle, my bank account, my dreams, um, going back to Puerto Rico, I would love, like, my dream life would be me going to Puerto Rico at least once a year. Twice a year is like um something surreal. But once a year will be like the dream. So that's what I'm working on, and knowing that my parents are okay, and that um I can have an account that they can just check, don't even have to ask me for anything. Just do what you need to do and don't worry about it. So that will be my dream as well. And then future family, well, I have my family, but when it comes to having my own kids, hopefully one day I can bring that dream come true. And God only knows, you need a lot of money when it comes to that. So that's what I'm doing. And I love that in the process I'm helping others with feeling understood, feeling like they belong, like somebody understand them. Like, I hope that that's like the energy that I'm trying to put out there. Like, hey, I know that we don't know each other, but I feel that connection with other podcasters. And like, I hope like you're able to reach out to me in other ways, like I said, social media. YouTube channel, in the comments, the email and things like that. So I'm trying to create that community that you feel like you belong and that you get something out of it too. So with tools and resources, like I have to make a video of the journey that I have done with the notebooks and all the things that I have learned between all the other companies or like the people that I have learned from. So I at least can share with that with you. So if you're inspired of doing your own thing as well, I can be that resource for you to all the stuff that I already learned, like Amazon KDP, pain in the butt. Let's go to Lulu's and let's see about that. If you have the money for printing, then check out Printify. I have to make money before I can go to Printify because I already pay my virtual assistant and some other apps to help me out in this podcasting journey. So I gotta, see where my money goes because I have to take care of bills and debt and things like that too, This girl got a lot going on. um Another thing that I could do, depending on the tier that you choose, is an ad for your business or service. Just depend on which one you will like. Like that one will be more for gold or platinum members. Or you can send me an email if I understand that a lot of people don't want to do subscriptions, and I totally get it. I have canceled like 3 subscription in the past 3 months because I need that money to go somewhere else. So I totally get that. But you can send me an email for at life with W Francy at gmail.com for the ad and put like an ad and we can have the ad conversation. So it's not like if you are a Patreon member, so then I just make sure that you have an ad on the podcast or YouTube channel no matter what every month as long as you stay in my community. But if you don't want to do that, then just reach out to me and we make a plan on how long the ad will run on the podcast and on my social media. So I will say July was hard on the business side, but I am excited of the new fire that has enlightened in me, like I'm ready to go. I'm ready for August. I will be working my ass off with the post office till next vacation. So I have a week off at the end of August, and depending on how much work I put in before that vacation, it will decide if I stay home the whole time or if I have to cancel. So crossing my fingers that I make enough money for my budget that I can take a small trip and I don't have to cancel any time off. But worst case scenario, cancel a couple of days and still take a trip. I really want to take a trip in August. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening to another episode. Hope you enjoy this episode. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube and follow on the podcast app wherever you are listening to, and share with your friends if you like the content. And um, hope you have a blessed day. Bye bye.